Three childhood husbands pushed the woman off the rooftop to get back at the scheming woman. It wasn't until her death that the woman saw their true faces. She thought no one cared about her life this time. However, to her surprise, the prince suddenly rushed out from behind. Without hesitation, he jumped down, following the woman as they both fell. When the woman opened her eyes again, she realized she had been reborn a week before choosing her fiancé. Realizing this was her chance to change her fate, the woman swore to make the three backstabbing childhood husbands and the scheming woman pay a heavy price. Soon, the three childhood husbands came to her door. They spoke in an arrogant tone, warning the woman to hand over the scheming woman's mother's belongings. Before the woman could speak, the scheming woman cried and rushed in. Without a word, she knelt before the woman, piteously claiming the belongings were voluntarily given to the woman, begging them not to blame her. Their actions made the three believe the scheming woman was simply too kind, pleading for her. The three were powerless and dependent on the woman's family for survival. That's why they cared about the scheming woman, thinking she was the daughter of a maid. Only in front of her could they feel important. But the woman, reborn, would never spoil them again. She immediately threw the scheming woman's mother's belongings on the ground. Seeing the woman destroy their precious item, the red-haired man rushed to teach her a lesson, but she slapped him hard. The other men tried to criticize her, but the woman didn't care. She told them if they spoke like that again, they should leave her house. The glasses-wearing man thought it was just a trick to make her seem vulnerable. The red-haired man agreed and began shouting again, claiming everyone knew the three were her beloved childhood husbands. In 7 days, she was to choose one of them to be her husband. Suddenly, they all felt empowered. With the scheming woman, they left the house without looking back. Little did they know, the woman already had a fiancé in mind. Soon, she and her father arrived at the wealthiest family's house. She planned to marry the wealthy prince who was disabled. She remembered that in her past life, even though he was paralyzed, he followed her to death. That was enough for her to decide to marry him. However, what she didn't know was that the prince liked her because, as an orphan, it was the woman who had helped him out of his darkest times. After setting the marriage agreement with the prince, she returned to find the scheming woman wearing the wedding dress she designed. In the garden, she was flirting with the woman's childhood husband. The woman immediately grabbed the hose from the maid and sprayed their faces. The childhood husband angrily cursed at her, saying it was just an old wedding dress. Seeing they still spoke rudely, the woman turned the water on full blast and sprayed them again. When her father heard about how they bullied the woman for the scheming woman, he planned to kick them all out. But the woman stopped him. She felt it would be too easy on them and insisted they must pay the price. The woman then found the red-haired man at a nightclub. In her past life, he had used her as a trophy, showing her private photos to others. This time, she would deal with him first. What awaited them was the woman's most brutal revenge.